I'm going to be teaching in Vegas, leaving tomorrow. I'm going to be teaching for 3 days on how to create a mindset that is set up for success. And that means not only how to have a more healthy body, but how to have more money and happiness in your life. Well, what I'm doing is I'm taking the original 10-day vegan tummy tightener program and I'm porting it over to our Smoothie Shred ecosystem. So we have SmoothieShred.com. That's going to be kind of our home base where all of our content's going to live, and also all of our programs are going to live as well. And that includes all of our paid programs. The vegan tummy tightener, I'm going to be moving the vegan muscle project over there eventually, and also it's going to be where the home study version of the rapid recovery program is going to be as well. So the reason I'm doing this is because there's much tighter security on our SmoothieShred.com system, and it's going to allow us to be able to give usernames and passwords to everybody, so that way they can't go and just share content easily. But also, it's going to what I'm also planning is a big upgrade to all of our existing programs. So everybody who has the 10-day vegan tummy tightener, what's going to happen is they're going to get their own username and password, and they're going to be moved over to this new environment. And then as I create even greater content for vegan tummy tightener, all those people are going to get that. So right now you got a product that costs only $75, even less if you use a Smoothie Shred coupon, and that's going to go up to about double the price. It's going to turn into about a $150 product, because we're going to be putting in about $500 more worth of value over the next few months. So I'm excited about that. One of so if you're not familiar with the vegan tummy tightener, the reason I called it the 10-day vegan tummy tightener is because a long time ago when I had my boot camps, I had a lot of clients that were coming to me, number one, sad on the days that they couldn't make it to boot camp because we got really fast results. So I wanted to be able to create a way for them to be able to stay in shape on the days that they couldn't get to boot camp. So I needed to figure out a way where they could work out at home, and of course, to get the best workouts, you're going to need some form of equipment sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it's going to really help. So using some simple exercise bands and a few gliding discs or like furniture mover type of things you can find at the hardware store, you're able to create these amazing workouts. And when I launched this program, I had about 50 people come in as a beta test group, and we wanted to be able to see how many inches off the waist we could take from their waist in a short period of time, like 10 days. Because I designed this program for two reasons. Number one, to help people get in better shape and lose a little bit of body fat. But I also wanted to use this as a way to help people whenever they were preparing for an event and they needed to look really good. Like maybe you're going to be in a bathing suit, or maybe you're going to be taking some really nice photos, or you want to look super good in a gown or a dress. How do you tighten up your waist so you can look extra good? Well, that's why I created this program. So you're going to get this nutrition component to it, and the fat loss components of the vegan 10-day tummy tightener are based on the fact of we got to raise your metabolism, and we have to eat in a way that doesn't get you any fatter, and we eat in a way that sets up your biology so that when you do fat loss exercise, it takes the greatest amount of fat off your body. So there's a whole carbohydrate tolerance test that you do to kind of figure out what the best plan is, and so on and so forth. And what I'm going to be adding to this later is how to incorporate smoothies that we teach in Smoothie Shred, and how to incorporate the healing protocol in the further updates and the upgrades. That's why I'm moving this over. But then there's the workout component. And so I designed the workout component so that every single exercise that you do forces your core muscles to contract. Now, this is one of the biggest keys to reducing inches, because when people lost 2.2 inches off their waist in 10 days, that was the average, which is crazy, right? Not all of those inches came from pure body fat. So in 10 days, you can lose a little bit of body fat, but you can drop a lot of inches, because what happens is all the muscles of your core, if I can get those to fire every single day for 10 days in a big, strong way, then what happens is it leaves those muscles in a state of partial contraction. We literally are creating tone around your waist. And so all of your organs and bloat and stuff like that that are living behind your abdominal muscles, they push outward. But if we strengthen your abdominal muscles and make them so that they're kind of pulling in tighter, it actually shrinks those in. So you're getting at least an inch or more of waist shrinkage just from the muscular training that's happening with the exercises. So every single exercise is designed to fire your core muscles so you artificially shrink your waist, and they're also designed to exercise as many muscle parts as possible for every rep that you do so that we get the greatest amount of calorie burn humanly possible, and we get your heart rate up so high that you get the afterburn effect. So that way you end up burning fat for up to 2 days after the workout's over. But we don't ever stop. So for 10 straight days, you're burning a ton of calories, you're setting your body up so you can lose a lot of body fat, you're shrinking your waist, and then you're getting this afterburn where you're burning extra fat for the next 2 days, but then the very next day you're doing it again. And then the day after that you're doing it again. So you're just literally stacking and compounding the fat loss and the waist shrinking effect. And that's why this program works so effectively. Now it's brutal. I mean, I gotta admit, when you go through and you see the different exercises that are here, these are mostly full body, functional, integrated exercises, which means the whole body is working. All of your muscles, not just your core, but your legs, your upper body. We don't do any isolation when we do these workouts. This is a full body routine, and it is brutal, it is hard, but my goodness, it will get you in shape so fast, and you're gonna start seeing visible results in just 1 week time. So I'm really excited about this because I'm almost done moving this over, and soon everybody's going to get their own individual logins. And this is how it's going to, this is where it's going to live from now on. It's going to live on SmoothieShred.com, and I'll be able to start adding even more content to it so I can drastically increase the value. Well, what this photo shoot was for was to kind of show Smoothie's success, kind of connect the two together. I'm going to be teaching in Vegas, leaving tomorrow. I'm going to be teaching for 3 days on how to create a mindset that is set up for success. And that means not only how to have a more healthy body, but how to have more money and happiness in your life and have it all at the same time. And one of the biggest things that I teach, my message is that your body, your health is the cornerstone of it all, and these smoothies are what get me through it. So that's what this photo shoot was for. I don't think I've really connected all those ingredients together. So I got my acid Martin here, I've got the smoothies in my hand, and you know, looking all gangstered out. I look like I'm in some Post Malone video or something. Anyway, so you get the idea. So you'll see these pictures go up on Instagram pretty soon. Well, here's one that I see this happen a lot, where the client makes perfect eating choices. Like all their food is dead on, but they're just not eating nearly enough. I mean, to heal what it takes is you've got to put in so many ingredients to get all the cells that are either inflamed or in bad shape to get them to heal. And you've got a lot of cells in your body. I mean, you're talking like 50 to 100 trillion cells in the body. So a little bit of food is just not going to cut it. What happens is, you know, sometimes you see people, they go on these diets, they get a little bit better, usually because they're going from eating a lot of really bad food to just a little bit. So you're going to see improvement from that. But in this case, when we're trying to reverse a disease or help these people optimize their nutrition so that their body can reverse the disease, you have to hyper-nourish. You got to put as much nutrient into the body as humanly possible, so every cell that needs to heal has the raw materials to heal. So in this case, although on paper it kind of looks good because they're eating all the right things, we have to look at the quantities. And if they're not eating enough of it, not a whole lot of healing took place. And it's not a judgment, it's just what happens. I mean, the body is, it needs a certain amount of nutrients, and if it doesn't get enough, it's just not going to be able to heal.
Let's see, so we're now looking at day 5, and you can see there's a real hodgepodge in how people react to really nourishing their bodies, and it comes from, one, how sick they were before, and also how bad their diets were before. So I'm looking in, we have a thread just looking at celebrations, and there were some folks, let me see here, we had one person who by day 3 could open her fist when she woke up in the morning for the first time that she can remember and had been totally locked shut. Then we have other folks who are in full detox, who are getting, breakouts and rashes and pain spiking. And it's one of the things that's so important about the group is we're able to support people and help them see, okay, this is actually part of your detox reaction, which is you releasing your old junk. This is actually an allergic reaction we need to work on, and let them know, hey, it's going normally. I think a lot of folks, when they do it on their own, they don't know how to interpret the symptoms. But even early on, even while people are feeling detox, at the same time, they'll notice their swelling is starting to go down and other symptoms are getting better. We've got folks exercising for the first time in years. It's really cool. I love seeing the celebrations coming through all the time. It's pretty awesome to see. Even during the first week when I expect them all to feel worse, there's still folks who are posting things that are getting better.
Yep, I have to say this is some of the most rewarding work that I get to do.